Okay, so let's use those scales of justice and see what happens when we actually try to balance work and life. Wow, look at that. Work and life can be perfectly balanced. There's only one problem with that though, but it's a giant one. The concept of work-life balance assumes that work is somehow separate from life. What sense does that make? Work and life are not two separate, mutually exclusive things. Work is a part of life. Work is one component of life. You cannot balance a part of something with the whole of something. It's impossible, and it doesn't take a math whiz to figure that out. So if you're operating under the delusion that work and life are separate entities that should be in some sort of balance with one another, then you're on a fool's errand, my friend, and your work and your life as a whole will both suffer as a result. Now, there's another problem with the idea of work-life balance too. It implies that work is bad and life is good. Like we need to have enough of this good stuff, life, to counterbalance all the ugly work stuff we have to do. I mean, that's a pretty depressing thought, isn't it? You spend way too much time with that work stuff to be forced to see it as something you just slog through on your way to the rest of what life has to offer. If you don't get at least some joy and fulfillment from your work, you'll end up spending a huge portion of your life being stressed out, resentful, and generally unhappy. Okay, at this point I can almost hear the naysayers way in the back of the room there. They're saying that I'm interpreting the phrase work-life balance too literally. What it really means, they say, is that you should try to balance work with everything else in life. Fact is, when you're struggling in any area of your life, it creates stress in every area of your life. So again, I'm not trying to rail against the concept of balance here. Balance is all right. But the trick is to find some semblance of balance among all the important stuff in your life, rather than just giving half the pie to work and the remainder to be divided amongst everything left over.